Video, we're going to talk about specific client use cases. So we'll start with Airbus. Flight routes, right? I've got airlines that fly airplanes all over the world from city to city. The benefit is large scale flight coordination, route optimization. I save gas, I save fuel. Volkswagen has two of them, so they're looking to make a business out of traffic management to deconflict or reduce congestion in our roadways. And they're also looking at it to eliminate vehicle configuration errors. Again, to help a customer make that perfect car. Not only will it work functionally, but it'll be a satisfying vehicle, one that they'll enjoy. Denso and Toyota and Denso, they're doing taxi dispatch in busy cities. So similar to Volkswagen traffic management, but they're helping, dispatch vehicles to where they need to go. They're also looking at and have executed autonomous guided vehicle speed up. They can improve efficiencies in factories by having autonomous vehicles operate more efficiently and avoid collisions. Fujitsu IT products. So they create a factory pick list to make custom servers. And they cut the walking time by the employees, they're pushing a cart by 20%. The quantum computer also suggested if they're willing to make some changes in the factory, they could save even more time. There's an EMEA automotive manufacturer. I can't say who it is because the data was given in a lecture. It was public lecture, but it's not on the internet. They're increasing their automotive paint line capacity by 30%. So in their case, they can defer $1 billion investment in a new plant line. Mitsubishi Estate and Groove Knots in Japan, they're going to collect garbage and recycling in an improved, more efficient manner in the beautiful area in Tokyo right by the palace, the Imperial Palace, called Marunouchi. By the way, love that area. It's beautiful. There's a lot of workers and a lot of buildings. So if we can schedule the trucks and the pickups and the buildings more effectively, there's less travel and there's fewer garbage workers. Ocado Retail, they're looking to accelerate the grocery order picking process so that you make an order and it can be delivered to your house faster. So they're scheduling right now with quantum computers 200 robots to avoid collisions and speed up orders. Recruit Communication out of Japan. They want to sell more online. So they're using quantum computers to optimize the order in which items are for sale. So for Recruit Communication, they also want to recommend online advertisements to avoid overspending. And in that case, the recommender had the same click-through rate, but with 30% lower variation, which allowed them more control over their advertising spending. The German Aerospace Center, DLR, is looking at optimizing for small airports the travel time for passengers by assigning flights to gates in a more effective manner. NatWest and their parent, Royal Bank of Scotland, is looking at optimizing portfolios, liquid asset portfolios. And they found that they can do just as good of a job, but much faster than with classical systems. Nomura in Japan is looking at portfolio optimization on the equity side and stock price forecasting. And they're doing this more as a learning and testing process. Standard Chartered Bank, by the way, great publication if you can get your hands on it. They're looking at portfolio optimization of 60 assets. And they've learned how to use a quantum computer doing this, although today, classical systems work better. Barclays Bank is also looking at optimization, but this is the settlement batch process. So imagine if I have 1,000 trades or 10,000 trades, and I have to settle them. Well, the order in which I settle them matters. Think of it like a checkbook. For some of you who actually know what a checkbook is and how to balance it. So if you write a really big check and you're going to bounce and you're going to overdraft, and there's also 50 checks you wrote that are really small, then the order matters. Especially if I want to clear as many checks as possible, I'll clear the 50 And then I'll have to balance only the one overdraft, as opposed to settling the largest one first. Barclays is doing that. JP Morgan Chase looking at options pricing. We don't see any benefit yet. There's a really good option pricing model out there, Black-Scholes, but who knows? Maybe they'll come up with something. And then BMO and Scotiabank are looking at speeding up the pricing of financial derivatives using simulation, and they're really building a benchmark to the process, and they're learning. Finally, for computing and optimization, we see Ford Motor Company. So they're looking at guiding commercial vehicles by optimizing the routes that they would drive so that their customers have less wear and tear and less energy cost, less gasoline cost. BMW Group schedules robots to seal automotive seams with PVC. So what happens is if I have the robots seal the seams in the best, most optimal order, I increase manufacturing efficiency. And then finally, GE Research is looking at scheduling the order backlog into a repair shop. Now, if you're just a small repair shop, like a garage shop, you can pretty much do this in your head. But imagine if you have $2 billion of repair backlog. And I think the number was 16,000 repairs to optimize. Then, let's see if we can use a quantum computer and try to deconflict that enormous business problem. They've been able to show that this works on smaller problems, and as you get to larger and larger problems, you'll probably need larger and larger quantum computers, but it's a very optimal case for them. So, thank you. Those are the computing and optimization cases.